What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Today I have for you guys another exciting unboxing to dig into. I'm not sure what we have here, but we shall find out together. Now, while I'm cutting this open, if you like knife content, EDC content, and you like lots of it, well, you are in the right spot. So make sure you are subscribed. Okay. I do know what this is. This is something that I ordered. Remette pocket folding knife. So this is a knife. It's coming from Remette, and I wanted to experience this lock that they are doing here at Remette. So this is definitely some updated packaging since the original Remette that I checked out. So you get a T6, T8, it looks like, and you get a nice little microfiber cloth, and we have our knife here. So I believe that this is called the Rhino, and there's a couple different ones, guys. So if you end up going and looking for this knife, they have a couple different versions. They have a liner lock in D2, and then there is this guy here, and then there might even be a more premium one as well. But this one kind of sits in the middle. 14C 28N for the blade steel. Great choice for the blade steel. And then we have some nice micarta, black micarta for the handle material. Then they give you an aluminum anodized blue pivot collar there. Nice little deep carry pocket clip, standard steel rollover pocket clip. It's recessed along with the screws. This guy will not be reversible though, guys. And we also have a micarta backspacer. Looks pretty good. Let's give it a flick and see what we got here. Okay. That felt pretty damn good. So what we have, guys, is this is actually, can we get it on camera there? This is actually a button actuated liner lock. So you can see right there, the liner is moved over under the tang there. Let's push the button. And you see how that liner kind of hides in there or hides back. You push the button. One more time. It's locked out. I'm going to push the button here. And then you can see the liner move over. So definitely a unique touch for a button lock and something I was very interested in. I had no idea this even existed until I was talking with Remette, and they are sending me a different knife to check out, and I saw this in their catalog, and I was like, man, I gotta try that, because I thought it was a button lock, a normal button lock, but I decided I was gonna kind of glance over it, pass over it, if you will, and I was like, well, let me just see what it's all about, how much is it, what are the materials, what are the choices, that sort of thing. And then I realized, luckily I scanned the pictures, and then I realized they were doing a button actuated liner lock. And you do have this little cutout. It's not all the way through there, but it looks like, yeah, you can use that for the reverse flick, no problem. You can kind of line up with the stud and that, no problem. And then thumb flick, you might as well use the stud, but can you? Yeah, you can use the little cutout if you wanted to kind of go around the stud. I don't know why you would, at least for the thumb flick. For the reverse flick, though, that's money all day. And then it looks like either that's a front flipper or I think that's a front flipper that's been made into, so that is that part of, so I can see the button there and that kind of going over top of it. Yeah. One thing I can say, guys, is this is tuned extremely well. Very well. Yeah. For a button lock that typically you don't, you're getting the best of both worlds here. You're getting the button lock for your disengagement, but you're getting the detent and lockout of a liner lock. So potentially a lot more solid than your standard plunge lock. And this is going to be a lot more fun to mess with than your standard liner lock because you have the button. So you're kind of getting the best of a couple of worlds here. Let's grab one of our issuing stitches, Hanks, and wipe the blade off here. And then we'll check to see what this guy looks like in the pocket. I wish they wouldn't have put their name on there, but it is what it is. Hopefully they eventually do away with that. Definitely better than their original name, which was like QYGMS, I think, or something like that. But they've come a long way. I have one of those old QY that they sent in. It's going to carry nice in the pocket. This is not a big knife, though, guys. It's not a small knife, though, either. This is kind of right in the middle. Let's get a quick spec check on this guy, at least as far as its size. We'll do a full in-depth overview of this, guys, and dive into things a little bit more. But, so we're lined up there. So we're coming in about 7 1/4 strong. And then as far as our blade length, you're going to get 3 inches of cutting edge there, and then 3 inches to the start of the scale there. So not a bad size. This is going to be in a lot of people's wheelhouses. Remette has been doing some innovative things, and they've really put their heads down, and you know, they made a name change. They started making design changes. They're bringing out stuff like this. So they are really starting to kind of put their head down and trying to make their own path. I was trying to remember if there was a name that they had for this. And the only thing I could come up with is that they called it the safety button lock. I think that needs a new name. But it's a very, very cool mechanism that they have going there. Edge seems pretty decent. Nothing to write home about. I mean, it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's good. How about up against some cardboard here? Sharpening choil looks decent. One thing I can say is it fits in the hand good. And for cutting like this is going to be very comfortable to do so. This is like butter here. Very easy. And because of the size of this knife, you'll be able to, there's a nice little 50-50 area here. You'll be able to get right up on that tip. You'll be able to get right up behind the edge there. So potentially a lot of control and good ergos coming from this guy. The next question is going to be, how is that lock, right? Got this new fancy button lock. That is a liner lock. How is that holding up? Is it centered? Yeah, it's that's pretty damn good. That's pretty good. Boy, they are using all of that handle though. So that's nice on their part. So we have solid deployment, solid lock up here, and there's no play. And it is comfortable as well. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, she's solid. That's good. Good news. That is good news. One more for our brothers. One more. Ooh, I got it. It took the right angle and the right amount, but yeah, right there with the right amount is getting it to go. Now keep in mind, guys, it's not broken in. So it's hard to say. But yeah, there it is. Right there. So kind of a disappointment, but I was getting ready to give it up and give it a pass, but we'll give it one more. We'll give it a chance here. Let's tighten the pivot just a little bit. Oh, they have a double. Now, why would they go and do that? Trying to give you guys a chance here. I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is going to matter. And there's no... That's a 6. There's no lube. There's no lube in there, at least from me. So we couldn't really say it's slipping on that. Am I going to be able to get this with this damn thing? I don't think so. And I don't have another. Well, I do, but these damn elbow Allen keys are such a pain in the ass. Okay, so it's a little tighter. Yeah, it's still doing it. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Now, we got to keep in mind that there's a possibility after some extended break-in that could end up, you know, it's hard to tell where the lockup is sitting. Oh, okay, I can see it. So it is pretty early there. I'm going to give this the benefit of the doubt and say with some break-in, it might be okay. I'm going to take this thing apart and get in there and see what we're looking at. It could also be, guys, I'm trying to remedy the situation, or I don't know if that's the right terminology, but it's failing, but it's brand new. It's freshly coated, and that could be very well be the issue, that it's coated. So it's really hard to tell. Could it be the coating and some oil on there and just maybe sanding that lock face down a little bit, kind of buffing it and sanding it down a little bit? That could create enough of, you know, a solid lock face, plus it might in turn give you that little bit of distance you need to kind of have more engagement. I was getting ready to give this thing a solid ass first impressions here, but man, I was getting ready to. I wasn't going to do any more either. You guys saw it. I was going to give it the A-OK on the lock test, but I decided to give it one more, and that's a bummer because this thing's cool, and I like the idea. Now, and we also have to diagnose or dive into the fact that I couldn't get it here, and I couldn't get it up here, but here in the center with the right thwack, that's enough. So it's very, we're teetering on a fine line. But the fact of the matter is, if you were to come up into something or into material, you know, and have the right amount of force on that blade in the right spot, you're definitely going to have some concern there that the lock could fail as it sits right now. But we'll dive into this a little bit more. Maybe this will be our little project knife. We'll film, you know, we'll take it apart. We'll kind of see what we can see with it, reassemble it, and test it again. But we'll do that in a separate video. This has already went 5 minutes longer than I wanted it to. You know, other than that, if we can get that fixed, this is definitely a unique and solid EDC knife right here, especially coming in at the price point that they do. I think full retail is $55, but they often have a coupon code like right now. You can get 10% off the $55. So you're going to be down around $50 on Amazon for 14C micarta, a cool lock. So, and you know, there's nothing saying that you don't go get the uncoated one, which they have two of, which I probably should have just got one of those two, but I wanted the black micarta, should have just got the green. But they have an uncoated green micarta and uncoated regular natural micarta. So I should have went with one of those and been done with it, but I had to have the black micarta. What a letdown. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel or you've been here before and you are not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below the video. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.